Hello and welcome to Deadly Ninja Reviews. I'm Tyler and this is Ben.
This is our new game reviews channel, and some of our channel goals are going to be, we're going to review games, yeah, obviously.
So natural.
We're going to talk about the gaming community and where it stands and, pet peeves, because that's what all gamers have. And also, we're going to do viewer suggestions and, things of that nature. So I guess right now we'll just get into our backgrounds in gaming, and I'll let Tyler go on that one first.
Alright, so my background basically is pretty much all gaming. I mean, I did a lot of PC games, I've done a lot of console, a lot of handheld, but I would say a majority of my gaming is probably in console. How about you, Ben?
I'm going to have to also go with Tyler. I'd say about 90% of my gaming is in console. Handhelds, of course. I've played all handheld systems.
Same here.
Game Gear. If you don't know what that is.
Nostalgia.
Too bad.
For you.
So, yeah, every system, 90%. Everybody's played StarCraft, of course. But other than that, never really played any PC games. Never really been a PC person, mostly console. But, I mean, of course, most PC games are console games. So.
Alright, so we're going to segue into our least favorite games and favorite games. Let's start with those favorites, Ben.
I would say my number one favorite game of all time, it would have to be Fallout 3. Loved all the DLC, just every second of it. I've played it probably 7 or 8 times. I'm on my 8th time right now, actually, so
many times.
I've played that game a lot of times. Also, Mega Man X, probably be my number 2 favorite game. Took me years and years to beat it, finally got it, and then beat it when I was a little bit older, but definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Love Mega Man X. Donkey Kong Country 2, also for the Super Nintendo. I played a lot of Super Nintendo, it's obvious.
We all did.
But Donkey Kong Country 2 was fun because if you had a friend to play with, it was definitely fun to play that extremely difficult and maddening game because it can get really difficult sometimes. My number 4, Jet Force Gemini. If you have ever been into shooters, you have to have played this one. It's the predecessor, just like GoldenEye, to all shooter games. Perfect Dark. If you played those 3, then you played all the predecessors. And then I'd say number 5 is kind of an underground one. Most people haven't played this. Project Eden for the PS2 and also for the Xbox. I guess they released it for Xbox too. Really good puzzle shooter platformer. Pretty fun. For back in the day, at least. If you play it now, you're going to be like, oh, the graphics are really dated. But it was a good game. So, Tyler, I'm going to let you go.
Alright, so my favorite games are probably Earthbound. This is my number 1. I love that game. I played so many hours. If you get a chance to play this game on an emulator or you found the game to buy...
That's what I did. I bought emulator all the way. We're not pirates, but emulator all the way. Just saying.
But if you find it, buy it, because this game is very rare. It's very fun. Definitely worth whatever amount of money you're going to spend for it. Yeah. And then my number 2... probably just the Metal Gear Solid series in its entirety. Except for the weird PSP card game. That was kind of weird. Didn't really play that one.
They had better iterations on the PSP. Definitely, I'd have to say Peace Walker was amazing. Spent many hours playing that game.
Need to play that.
Oh, my friend. You only need to ask.
I know. Need to play that. Number 3, Jak and Daxter 2. Just amazing game. Just amazing platformer. I love the story. Kind of wish... Naughty Dog needs to, they need to step their game and make one. They make a new one. They're making
game up.
Uncharted. The Uncharted series is great, but I want Jak and Daxter, man. Give me some Jak and Daxter. But number 4, Mass Effect. Another just excellent game.
Excellent.
Number 5, you guys might hate me for this, but I'm gonna have to say Halo. I love Halo. I'm a Halo fanatic. I love Halo. Anything Halo. We're not here to hate on, anything. We appreciate all games.
But we will hate on
But we will
some
have
stuff.
a hate fest at some point that you might may or may not appreciate. But we'll come to that when it comes. Least favorite games, Ben. What are your least favorites?
Least favorites, and we all know this as gamers.
Opinion.
I am, in my own opinion, I'd have to say, my number 1 least favorite games. And mine are going to be a lot of like a lot of game series. I might use game series as one. Fable, not Fallout. Not Fallout. You didn't hear that. Love Fallout. Fable 2 and 3. I played Fable 1. It was a masterful sandbox game. I loved it. For the Xbox, too, which was just so great. Because if you played Oblivion, you know that Fable was like almost the same thing. Like it wasn't nearly as massive, but I mean, you look at Fable and you can definitely see Oblivion taking cues from that.
I mean, you can see certain things that Fable did that Oblivion kind of like recognized and brought into their game. Especially kind of like not so much the questing, because the questing was kind of unique.
Yeah,
it just how you were able to go pretty much anywhere and just destroy anything or kill anyone.
Fable played it many times, but 2 and 3. I don't know what happened. Something about the timing. They changed the combat system in 2, and it just never really recovered for me. I couldn't get into it. Not really. Just not anything like the original. The original was one of the best sellers of all time on Xbox, and then 2 and 3 were just
a joke.
So in sales.
Now I'm gonna say, hey, Fable 2, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I mean, and if you guys have an opinion on this, feel free to comment or like, hey guys, I kind of like this game, but give us a reason why you liked it.
Never bring a gun to a sword and bow and arrow fight. Just saying. Hodor 2. Knights of the Republic 2. Not a finished product. I paid $60 for an unfinished product.
Which is very unfortunate, because I thought this game was going to be great. But, I mean, the Droid Factory, like, they didn't even finish that. I mean, you got the quest, like, the beginning quest for it, and then the HK robot just explodes. And that's the end of it. And just the game in general it didn't feel finished at all.
No, it didn't. Too many loose ends. Too many integral characters, too many loose ends.
Definitely.
I'd say after that, any Pokemon game after Pokemon Gold and Silver, completely unnecessary.
He has a beef with Pokemon.
Completely unnecessary. I grew up with Pokemon. I played the cards. I played the games.
We all did.
When you start getting 400 plus Pokemon, there's no reason to even have a game. Like 400 Pokemon, really? Is anybody going to remember all their names? No.
No, I'm sure there's someone out there that knows every single Pokemon.
It's just not manageable. It's not manageable, and it takes away, when you have that many Pokemon, it takes away from the game. Because you spend so much damn time trying to catch all these little Japanese creations that you don't even get to enjoy the RPG aspects of the game. Like, if there's like 500, I'm going to stop right here. Moving on. And you guys, this is my number 5, and you guys are probably not going to like me too much, so I'm awaiting the storm. Mass Effect 2, number 5, least favorite game. Not proud of it.
Gonna have to disagree with them.
Not proud of it. Just, not innovative like the original. I saw too many elements of these kind of easy bake oven first person shooters that we see today. Call of Duty.
Oh God.
Oh no. It's just my opinion. Tyler.
For me, my least favorite games. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy. I love the series. I played as a kid. I played Final Fantasy 3 and 4, and then so on and so forth. I really liked 7. For all of you that like average children that didn't play 7, play 7, and don't say you like Final Fantasy 7 if you just watched the movie.
Oh.
Just play the game, please. Just play the game. It bugs me when people do that.
Don't watch the movie. Don't do it.
I'm going to have to say Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 were garbage. They were just complete and utter garbage. That's when Final Fantasy just decided to kill itself, I guess. Number 2, not a lot of people heard about this game, probably, because it didn't do so well. It was called Eternal Sonata, or in Japan it was called Trusty Bell. This game made no sense at all. I mean, if someone played this game and beat it, can you leave a comment saying why or what was going on, or how it ended, because I played 30 hours.
No, he's serious.
I'm being dead serious. I have no idea what was going on.
And for extra points, leave it in French, because...
if you know French and beat the game,
yeah,
please.
Pretty much.
I mean, the game wasn't in French, obviously. It was in English, but...
Cesbon bullshit is
I guess,
basically what that game could be called.
Yeah, I mean... I'd have to show you that game, because seriously, it is crazy. Crazy. What the fuck's going on?
All I heard was France, and I was just like...
And apparently they're dreaming constantly. I don't know how that works, but moving on. Final Fantasy 12. Like I played it and beat it. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. I mean, I was kind of in the middle road, and like I don't really know what I think about this game. I mean, it wasn't that great, I'm gonna say. But feel free to leave your opinion on it. I haven't played the game in a long time, so if you guys can kind of refresh my memory on how it ended, or why you didn't like it, or if you didn't like it, just tell us what you think. And number 4, there's some people that might totally disagree with me, but Black Ops. Come on, Treyarch, what's going on here? Like, don't pull this on me. Hit detection. You guys know what it is.
We will get more.
We'll get into that. That'll be in our next episode. Called.
It might be in every episode.
It might be an episode. No,
it might be in every episode.
Don't worry about that.
But we will try to keep the rants short. That's what we promise.
We will have an episode dedicated to dissecting Black Ops.
Not only Black Ops, but just the gaming community in general.
It'll just be one of our community discussions, which will be in later episodes. But for my number 5, I'm going to have to say Force Unleashed 2. Not
5 hour power, baby.
Yeah,
5 hour
I
power.
beat the game in 5 hours, maybe less than that. I was expecting, Boba Fett to come in, kicking ass, be able to fight him, but you saw him once, maybe twice. I think you saw him once in the beginning, and then once at the end when he's following you. Spoiler, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
Well, from now on, at this point in the video, there will be spoilers for Force Unleashed 2. So if you don't want to watch, skip this section of the video. You beat the game, you kidnap Darth Vader. What? Darth Vader, the Darth Lord of the Sith. You kidnap him and wrap him in steel and fly away with your dead girlfriend.
So like Han Solo, but except Darth Vader, who can kill you with his fingers without touching you.
With his mind.
With his mind.
It's Darth Vader. You kidnapped Darth Vader. If this doesn't rape the canon, then I don't know what does. Maybe besides Clone Wars, but that's a different thing. So those were our least favorite games. If you want to leave a comment saying what your favorite games were and what your least favorite games were, that'd be awesome.
Video reviews always appreciated. Any feedback.
We're running out of time here. So some questions, if you have any questions for us or suggestions for reviews, or you had a game that you go with the kid and you want us to check out, leave a comment. Ben, you want to finish it up?
Yeah, we're going to make a Twitter account, so that's going to be one of our plugins, so you can see what our upcoming games are that we're going to review, and maybe some of the things we're going to do in the future. So be sure to check that out. But other than that, it's been our first episode. We're trying our best. I hope you like our black shirts, and Master Chief in the background for the inspiration. Thanks, guys.
How do you turn off this damn thing?